All right, right now I'm very, very, very bitter. I'm very, very livid. I'm very, very hungry. I'm furious about the activity, the mounting, the rising activities of murderous, monstrous killers, Fulani herdsmen, and bandits in our country, Nigeria, right now. Have you seen what they keep doing on daily basis? On daily basis in recess and between March, the month that just ended, and this month of April 2025, have you seen what they have been doing? How they have been killing, maiming, destroying lives and property across the entirety of Nigeria? What is happening, Nigerians? What is happening exactly? Can somebody tell me what is going on with the activity of murderous, monstrous Fulani herdsmen and bandits? We cannot keep quiet. We want to mention what to say with the way it is. Just this morning now, or overnight, there is a report that this activity took place also in some communities in Jos, Plateau State. These monsters invaded some communities and maimed, destroyed, and killed lives and property. And the Nigerian government keeping quiet. Just 2 days ago, Tinubu has fled out of the country. He left the country. Tinubu is not in charge of Nigeria. Tinubu is totally not in charge of Nigeria. All that Tinubu is interested is leading Nigeria, and especially as it touches maybe oil and getting loan from the IMF. That is all Tinubu is interested about. He's interested in appointing all his political boys and associates, all the people he has put in different places that have helped him to perpetuate himself over the years. All the people they've been sharing the dividend of democracy while disenfranchising and barring the people, the real people they represent, from enjoying this dividend of democracy. All he keep doing is to keep reappointing these people. He does not care about security. Tinubu doesn't care about security, and the Nigerian army keep lying to him. Nigerian army is not doing anything. The Nigerian police is not doing anything. The Nigerian army, like as it were, all they are interested is ensuring that this security crisis, don't end. That's why they make their multi-million dollars. Multi-billion naira is a multi-billion naira industry for the Nigerian army. So they do not want this crisis to end. I just read a post now which says that the crisis, the attack that happened on some community in some part of Jos, Plateau State, that these monsters send them a message. They send them a notice that they are coming to invade them, they are coming to destroy them, and that the security agents got this intel, yet they did not do anything about it. Nothing was done to forestall this attack by these Fulani herdsmen and bandits. As it is now, we know there are two types of Fulanis. The one that are bandits that have no cows, and those with cows who deliberately send their cows into people's farm while they are holding on to their AK-47 and their machetes to kill the farmer in case the farmer interrupts or challenges them. I mean, how long are we going to continue, talking about this, battling these things? Every day you wake up, you hear about Fulani herdsmen, you hear about Fulani bandits terrorizing the whole of Nigeria. They abduct and kidnap generals serving and ex-military general of Nigeria, and the army is not ashamed of themselves. A common 2G, a small boy, they see him, they said they will keep calling them names, giving them big names. They call them kingpin, yeah? Bandit leader, a small boy of 30 something years, going up and down with one AK-47. The Nigerian army was not able to get them. These people make videos using smartphone to make video. I would say that there are no technology to be able to identify where they gather. They gather in open place. If you refuse to go after them and get them down during the dry season that is just ending now, is it when the rain starts and the whole place become bushy that you will be able to get them? They kidnap people, treat them anyhow they like. And the Nigerian army, the Nigerian security forces, the police, the DSS have not been able to do anything about it. Even they themselves have been kidnapped several times. Honestly, I'm very hungry. I'm very bitter. I don't know about you. And as these things are happening, Tinubu get out of Nigeria. He went to recharge his battery. How do we have incompetent people who are not competent in position of government? Position of government is not your family business. It's not where you are managing your wife and your children. We are talking about more than 200 million people. And we have a useless National Assembly who is focused on sending senators that oppose them. Are we saying we are practicing dictatorship or military rule? That people cannot oppose you on the floor of the National Assembly, and when they oppose you, you get rid of them? What kind of democracy are we practicing? They are interested in sending anyone who opposes them from the National Assembly rather than talking about the insecurity grappling Nigeria. Nigeria is currently in a state of insecurity. We should be declaring a state of emergency on insecurity. And people seem not to be interested in this matter. I hope you will not wait until when you become a victim before you raise your voice, add up your voice to this matter. Don't wait until when you yourself will become a victim. Because the Nigerian government doesn't care about you. The Nigerian political leaders don't care about you. They don't care about you. And they refuse to vacate the position they occupy. They are so entitled. If you talk about their ineffectiveness, their lackadaisical attitude and all that, and the fact that they are just filling occupying spaces, doing nothing, and that they are just the wrong people to be there, they will refer to election, that you should wait for an election cycle to remove them, which they know they never won any election. They know they never won any election. They know how they go about it, perpetuate themselves through electoral fraud, and enhanced by a toothless election empire, the INEC. As a matter of fact, APC, for instance, has succeeded in planting people in all these places. Most of them who are in INEC are more or less APC members. So they just go there to assist their party to win election, to finalize everything for them. What are we talking about? This sense of entitlement of Nigerian politicians, the lacks that are in the National Assembly. What else do they want? What do they want? They don't care about you. They don't care about us. We can no longer continue to have this kind of people rule us, lead us. They do not care about the lives and property of Nigerians. They do not care about the prosperity of Nigerians. For instance, people who served 8 years in some states and looted that state to dry, they ran to the National Assembly, spending another 12 years. And all they are doing now is to be flirting with women. All they are interested about is flirting with women. And if those women don't accept them, they victimize them. They become, they become, what do you call it now? They begin to keep grudges with them. They develop malice with them. You want to be flirting with women on the floor of the National Assembly, and you do not even allow women to win election from your party. You don't even give women enough opportunity to win election and go to the National Assembly. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? How stupid could you be? If you know you want to be flirting with women, at least start by giving them opportunity, giving them ticket, giving them, let there be a balanced ticket. Okay? If you are one out of, for instance, National Assembly, we have now 109 senators, divided by 2, that is about 54 senators. If you know that your party has the potential of winning maybe 70 seats, divide the 70 seats into 2. Okay? Give 35 seats to women, give 35 tickets to women and 35 tickets to men, so that at least if you give them the opportunity, maybe if you get them, you try to run after the get into their skirt, and perhaps they will accept you, and that is the business with them. That's none of my business. It's none of my business. All they are interested is how to appropriate their chairman on this committee, and they are interested in getting more money. How they can benefit from these committees. That's all they are doing. How can we have people representing on the floor of the National Assembly who don't have any respect for those of what they represent? They have no respect for their constituency. And the likes of Natasha, who is not a common Nigerian. She's not a common Nigerian, and I wouldn't be surprised, because you can see that she's not, she's of a Nigerian father and a Russian mother, and she partly grew in places outside Nigeria. She knows what she is expected of her. She knows her responsibility towards her constituent, and that's why she respects her constituent, and she is empowering them. And that empowerment is even angry, is annoying his colleagues from the National Assembly. They've accused her several times that she's exposing them because she's empowering her constituents with skills which they will never do. Some of them have been on the floor in the National Assembly. The likes of Aduda, who was just kicked out of the National Assembly. I think he started as a member of House of Rep since 1999. Since 1999. This is 2025. That means Aduda has been a member of National Assembly since 1999 until the last election, when he was kicked out. He has been there for 20 years. Some people who rule a state and looted that state, okay, who are now trying to run it to skirt, have been there for 8 years. 8 years as governor. Now they have been on the National Assembly for 12 years. For 12 years, 12 to 8 or 12 years now. What else do they want? And getting so much money. That means if you take now, how wealthy are these our politicians? That means some of them are worth 5 billion, 10 billion, 20 billion Nigerian naira. When some Nigerians are struggling to even afford a single meal, when some Nigerians are losing their lives on daily basis because of the recklessness of our so-called political leaders. I have so much interest in this. We cannot continue to have this kind of people lead us. I hope everybody will also take interest in these matters. In these matters, we need to wake up. Enough of this bloodshed being carried out by criminal Fulani herdsmen. Like I've said, some of these Fulani are not even Nigerians. By nationality, they are not from Nigeria. And we are not ready for this discussion. This discussion has to start now. Fulani that are domiciled in Nigeria, we need to know that they need to be they need to be identified and properly documented. All this lack of documentation, Fulani who came from Mali, came from Chad, came from Niger Republic, and then come here and destroy people and their lives and their property, is no longer going to be acceptable. It's no longer going to be acceptable. And all this connivance with state securities, who some of the time or most of the time back these Fulani people up, has to stop. Like I've advocated, farmers, everybody should prepare themselves. They should arm themselves as much as you can. If Fulani herdsmen can go up and down with AK-47 and nobody challenges them, they even take pictures with governors holding their AK-47. Fulani bandits holding their AK-47 with governor. At least we have seen former Governor Masari of Katsina State, who is now under the rulership of criminal Fulani bandits. They can go about with their AK-47 untouched. But if a Nigerian from another part of the country who owns a gun is a criminal person, is into armed robbery. No, you can't tell me that. As a matter of fact, that tutelary National Assembly should start legislating about gun ownership. We should be legislating about ownership of gun. Everybody should be allowed to have a gun. Everybody should be allowed to have a gun. Fulani does not have two lives. If I get hold of a gun and shoot it at a Fulani man, one bullet will take him out. It's not only Fulani people that know how to carry gun and shoot gun. And all these victimizing Nigerians when they want to defend themselves, like Sunday Jackson of Adamawa State, who defended himself and eventually took out the Fulani man now, has been sentenced to death by the Supreme Court. How unfortunate is that? How unjust could that be? I'm waiting for a day that I will come across a Fulani man who tried to attack me, and I get rid of him. And I want to see that judgment that will come and say they should sentence me to death because I defended myself. I will defend myself anywhere. My father has been a victim of Fulani attack before, so I will not be a second victim. This thing I'm talking about did not even happen in Nigeria. It happened in Benin Republic where I grew up. I live in Nigeria now for years. I know how Fulani people behave. I know their behavior. And some of you who try to mistake Fulani people for Hausa people, they are not the same. They might belong to the same geographical region. Fulani hunters are not the same thing as criminal Fulani herdsmen and criminal Fulani bandits. They are not the same. Hausa people may be involved in crisis. They may be involved in religious crisis. They might be involved in mob attack if there are issues, because that's what they behave. That's why I'm telling you my observation now. If you have an issue with an Hausa bike man now, okay? If you are unlucky, you cannot speak Hausa, and very soon all the other guys riding bike will come around and support him. If you are unlucky, you do not speak Hausa, you might end up being a serious victim. But if you can speak Hausa, you can engage them and tell your part of the story, and the other will also listen and try to judge. But if you cannot speak Hausa back then, because most of them don't speak English, they don't go to school. Majority of Hausa people do not go to school, and their leader like it that way, so that they can keep enslaving them. And the Fulani hegemony like it that way. That's why most of the northern states and the Emirates are being led by Fulanis. If not some Fulani who are trying to say some few of them who are trying to say the truth now, the lack of Emir Sanusi, okay, being an highly educated person, he has been advocating for some changes in the north. But he hasn't done much about the herdsmen menace, herdsmen threat to life and property. He hasn't done much. Okay? The Sultan of Sokoto is also a Fulani man. So Hausa people are being dominated and are being controlled by the Fulanis, as it is well since in the days of Usman Dan Fodio. And they are rich in all the sectors of our life, the judiciary, the presidency, that's the executive, and the legislature. So whoever comes from any country, as long as he's a Fulani man, is a Nigerian, and he can destroy other Nigerians. Please, if you see this video, please share this video, let it go wide and far and wide, and let Nigerians defend themselves. enough of his not. Today is what day now? In April, third or fourth day of April 2025. Every day we hear of destruction, maiming. Okay, we hear of this carnage carried out by Fulani herdsmen. Nobody should tell me that we are Fulanis too. Not all of us are criminals. Those ones that are criminals, what have you said about them? If it is my people, my Yoruba people who are engaging in one criminal activity or the other, I will mention it. If the kidnapping has been carried out by Yoruba people, they will get arrested, they will be paraded. If it's the Igbo people who are engaging in the maybe fake drugs sale, you will see the NAFTA going after them, just like they did, especially between the month of February and March. They descended on them heavily in Naba and the other part of the east, and they seized their multi worth of drugs, and they were destroyed. So nobody, I mean, is a sacred god in this country. Another would the Fulani that are committing crime be. Something urgent must be done. I'm very, very angry right now. I'm livid. You are telling me if I'm traveling now and I have the opportunity to arm myself with assaulted, is it assault rifle you call it? You catch me as a police officer or something, and you begin to suspect me. What do I even need is a license from the Nigerian police or the Nigerian army before carrying a gun when the country is not secure? I can't defend myself. Please, in case you see my video, Nigerian army, Nigerian police, if I don't have any gun now. I don't intend to have any, especially because I'm not a farmer, because I'm not engaging in farming activities now. Because assuming I'm going to go into farming now, which I know that my life is not secure, I can be kidnapped, I can be killed, my farm can be invaded, I will arm myself to the teeth. It will be of no use to even ask for license for any arms I want to get, because I know it won't be granted. So I'll arm myself and protect myself and protect my farm. Any cow that comes around my farm will go for it. Any header try to destroy my farm will go for it. I'm livid right now. I'm boiling. I'm telling you. What importance does the Fulani man apply, to human life? Human life is sacred. Human life is so sacred. Imagine a woman before a man becomes a man. It was once a fetus in the womb of his mother. A day, 2 day fetus, because it become an embryo. It grows up to go to 2 months, 3 months, 9 months, and become a baby. Get born as a baby. Now it will take how many days, how many years for somebody to grow up to 10 years, 18 years, he becomes a man. And one day, one Fulani man will come and just machete that man and just kill him and spill his blood. Come on, what are you telling me? What are you telling me? Is it that we don't have any feeling, human feeling to human life? Just shed people's blood anyhow?